Today, I'm going to be making roasted pecan clusters. This is from Southern Living 1985 annual recipes. So, because this is from 1985, I can do this recipe a little bit easier for me. What you need, I'll tell you the ingredients you need first. You need 3 tablespoons of butter. You need 3 cups of pecan pieces, and I have like chips and pieces and parts, and as long as it's 3 cups. And then you need 3/4 pound or 6 squares of chocolate or white almond bark. I'm using the vanilla almond bark just because that's what we like, and it's really, really sweet. So what the directions tell you to do is to melt the butter in a 15 by 10 by 1 inch jelly roll pan. And then after the butter melts, you spread the pecans evenly in the pan. Bake at 300 for 30 minutes, stirring every 10 minutes. I'm going to, in this pan, you'll notice my pan is, it's well loved, it's old, it's seasoned, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, it's clean. I'm going to heat my butter up in the microwave, and then I'm gonna pour my butter into my pan. Okay, so now my preference, honestly, would be to pour the butter in the pecans and stir it together.
That's what I was thinking.
Instead of putting the butter on the, you know what, let's just do it our way. Let's do it the way we want to do it, and the heck with it. We're using their ingredients, right? We're just doing it different. They wanted you to have the butter on the pan, melted in the oven, and then to add the pecans on top, and that just, I don't know, that just seems kind of silly to me. So I would rather do it this way, and we're going to lay them down flat, and you know what, I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper on this, because the reason I didn't put parchment paper is because I thought if I put the butter in here, it's not going to spread evenly with the parchment paper, because I've done that before during recipes. Because I decided to add the butter to the pecans, I'm actually going to use a piece of parchment paper. So I used a regular sheet of parchment paper. I didn't use one of the Reynolds baking sheets because I want it to go up over the edge. So I'm just going to pour this in here. And we'll just cross our fingers that this ends up working the same way. But I'm going to spread this out. These are going to stay in the oven, 300-degree oven, for a total of 30 minutes. But we're going to bake them 10 minutes, and then I'm going to take a spatula, thank you. And I'm going to flip them every 10 minutes until we've done that for 30 minutes, and then we'll be back. So the recipe wants you to, like I said, it's an old recipe. It wants you to use a double boiler to melt your almond bark. You don't need to do that. Almond bark is microwavable. Honestly, it works better if you do microwave it than if you do it on the stove. We've learned that from making Oreo balls. So we're going to put this in the microwave. We'll probably put it in there for like 15 seconds, stir it, 15 more seconds, and stir it until it's completely melted, and then we'll be back. Okay, our almond bark is melted, and our pecans have been in for 30 total minutes. I'm hoping I can fit these pecans into this bowl. We're going to find out. So Kevin thinks that the video messed up, that it cut off, and we don't know where it cut off, so I'm just going to tell you just in case. We poured the pecans into the chocolate mixture, and all I did was stir it together. That's all you missed, literally, was you might have missed me stirring this together. And if you did, it's okay. It was not a big deal at all. And then I've just been putting it on this this piece of parchment paper. I am going to need another piece of parchment paper, though, because you can see this is not enough room. So I'm going to get another piece of parchment paper out and fill up another cookie sheet. Okay, I've already cleared off the first cookie sheet, and I figured I would just show you. These are so simple. I ended up putting them in the refrigerator just because if you put anything with almond bark in the refrigerator, it gets firm really quickly. But this is how they look. I was worried about them like not sticking together. They stick together perfectly. So now Kevin and I will take these over to the table and give them a try. Okay, so this recipe was submitted by Margaret Hagelin in Hondo, Texas. Okay, so just take you one.
Let's grab some right here. Don't bite your lip.
No, don't bite your lip.
That's a little bit of a snap to it. It was good. I like the roasted pecan flavor.
That is awesome. It makes me wonder if you used chocolate almond bark, if it wouldn't cover up, or if it would go well with it as well.
I don't know. It's hard to say. The only thing I would add to it next time I made them was a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Even when you're roasting them, you can put a little salt in there when you're roasting them, or just mixing in with the chocolate.
Like the Malden flakes.
Yeah, I'd put just maybe even a teaspoon of salt in there, just to kind of spread it all out. You get a little bit of saltiness in there, but they're really good. They're not overly sweet either, which I was expecting to be really sweet. They're not.
Those are awesome.
Very strong pecan flavor too.
Yes, and that's because you roast them. Now, you do need to watch them. Every 10 minutes, you need to be going in there and flipping them, because once nuts burn, they're gone. You'll have to throw them away.
They taste bitter.
Yes, they'll taste bitter. So, roasting them for the right amount of time really just accentuates the flavor.
Brings out the oils.
I love these. I think they're super, super easy.
Really good. You could definitely make these and give them out for Christmas or something.
The way that we did it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change a thing.
Much easier.
It's much easier,
The only thing I would change is literally take you a teaspoon of salt and add it to the chocolate or something when you're mixing it all up.
Right.
But I like salty chocolate, so.
Well, you wouldn't think a recipe from 1985 that you would need to change it so much. But maybe almond bark you didn't microwave. Well,
you may not have been able to microwave the almond bark
in
itself.
1985, we didn't use the microwave that much.
We didn't either. They were pretty new back then.
Yeah, we
well, it was new in like this very early.
In 85, yeah. I mean, I was a teenager, so I mean, we had a microwave, but we did not use it very much. It a lot.
So but the almond bark itself, the formula may not have been good to where you could microwave it back then.
Right. But it makes me wonder, all that said, we're in 2022 now. What's it going to be like? What great invention is there going to be to where you're going to change the recipes that are being made right now to make them even easier?
It's like, why in the world would you use a microwave? Just do this.
Just do this, yeah.
Just take a chocolate and a pecan peel and just eat it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it just makes you wonder how it's going to be. But I love these. I give this, to me, this is a 5 out of 5. This is like you want to keep eating. And you could add, if you wanted to take out, like it said, we used 3 cups of pecans. You could use even, I think, like 2.5 cups of pecans, and then use another half cup of like crushed pretzels. Because pretzels would give it the salt that you want, and it would also add that crispy texture.
If they wouldn't get squishy.
If they don't get squishy, which I don't think they would, because almond bark solidifies so quickly. So I don't think they would, but I think it's perfect the way it is.
Very good.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.